Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. Dodgers, Yankees in this one. First game of this series was awesome. I know it's not what a lot of people were looking to see. People love runs. They love home runs. That was a great baseball game, man. If you didn't see it, it went down to the 11th inning. We'll talk about it in a second. I'm doing Dodgers, Yankees in this video, but we'll go through every single game on the board in the live show. That's tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll do the MLS games. 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, we'll do MLB. And then around 12:30, 12:45, we'll do the UFC card. So that's all loaded up on the live show. If you're able to make it, would like to see you in the comments. Dodgers, Yanks, let's go.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, so like I said, we got Dodgers on the road in Yankee Stadium for the second game of this series. Yankees are short home favorites here, -125, and the total sitting at 8.5. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. We got Gavin Stone, who's been pitching really well, up against Nestor Cortes, who also is having a great season. So nice pitching matchup in this one. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we are deadlocked through 5 innings, 2.73 to 2.77. Final score, 4.97 to 4.92. So deadlocked, according to the model in this one. All right, so let's take a look at this matchup, and we're going to pull up these graphics, and it's the Yankees versus Dodgers. There's a lot of green here. Dodgers lineup last 14 days, 3rd, 4th, and 3rd, 7th, 7th, 7th in the last 7 days. And Nestor Cortes throws with his left hand, which is good news for the Dodgers lineup because the recent Dodgers struggles, mostly coming against righties. Against lefties, they've been fine. In fact, in the last 30 days, this is the best lineup in baseball against lefties. 1st in WRC+, 1st in OPS, 1st in WOBA. So the Dodgers have been hitting lefties. They've also been hitting on the road. In the last 30 days, 7th, 7th, and 7th. In the last 14 days, 4th, 4th, and 4th. On the season, this is the second best road lineup in baseball. Look at the lefty starters to pitch against the Dodgers. The last 3 lefties to start a game against the Dodgers, 7.50 ERA and a 2.17 whip. That's a lot of base runners and a lot of runs. So the Dodgers have been getting to lefties. They want to know which lefties they've been getting to. Bailey Falter, okay, 10 base runners and 5 earned runs in 4 innings. Before that, Gomber, who's actually been pitching well this year. Before that, David Peterson, 8 base runners in 5 innings is good. They only got 2 runs across, but they were getting guys on base. Same thing goes for Quintana. Ryan Weathers, they got 3 runs across. Nobody's scoring on Weathers. Max Fried, Montgomery. So not only have they been getting to lefties, but these are some decent names on here. So Dodgers have definitely been getting to lefty starters. Bad news, though, for the Dodgers. Nestor Cortes pitch mix specifically, they've been struggling with fastballs and cutters, and that accounts for 78% of Nestor Cortes pitches. Now, these aren't specified by handedness. Unfortunately, I'm working on that. So a lot of these struggles against fastballs and cutters might be coming against righties. It might not apply against lefties, but still not something you want to see if you're betting the Dodgers. Speaking of not something you want to see if you're betting the Dodgers, Nestor Cortes stats on the season. 3.46 ERA and a 1.09 whip. He's been excellent. Last 3 starts about the same. I mean, he hasn't slowed down. And this game is in Yankee Stadium, which is huge for Nestor Cortes. On his last 2 home starts, he hasn't even given up an earned run, an even 1 whip, 390 expected FIP. As we know, his numbers at home on the season, excellent across the board, and this is dating back multiple years. Nestor Cortes always seems to deal in Yankee Stadium. Take a look at his game logs. He struggled against the Giants. That was in San Francisco. Didn't struggle against the Angels. He actually pitched pretty well against the Angels. But look at that. When you get to the home starts, dealt against Seattle, dealt against the White Sox, dealt against Detroit. But that's kind of my question. Look at those lineups. Seattle, the White Sox, Detroit. And that kind of brings me to this next graphic here. Nestor Cortes has really been eating on bad lineups. On the season against bottom 10 lineups versus lefties, he's thrown 21 in the 3rd innings. He's got a 0.84 ERA and an 0.56 whip. So he's been untouchable against bad lineups against lefties. But that's not the Dodgers. The Dodgers are one of the best lineups in baseball against lefties. In fact, in the last 30 days, they're first. They're literally the best lineup in baseball against lefties. Look at Nestor Cortes' numbers against top 10 lineups versus lefties. 6.07 ERA and a 1.52 whip, so he struggled in those games. As far as righty-lefty splits for Cortes, nothing significant here. Definitely gives up a little more power to righties, a 2.99 WOBA and a 3.90 expected FIP. I mean, really not bad. Dodgers, as we know, very righty-heavy lineup. The only two lefties in the lineup are Ohtani and Freeman. Other than that, Nestor's pitching to 7 righties. But again, it's not like he struggles against right-handed bats, so I wouldn't read too much into that. As far as making a prediction on this side, Nestor Cortes against the Dodgers lineup, it's tough. I mean, Nestor Cortes has been dominant at home, but look at the teams he's pitched against at home. I mean, he's pitching against some really mediocre to bad lineups versus lefties. Dodgers are the best lineup in baseball against lefties, so coming off a game where nobody scored a run in the first 11 innings or 10 innings or whatever it was, I think the Dodgers are going to score some runs on Nestor Cortes. But now let's flip it over to the other side, and obviously we're talking about the Yankees bats, so all these graphics are going to be nothing but green. In the last 30 days, this is the best lineup in baseball. First, and first. Against right-handed pitching in the last 30 days, best lineup in baseball. First, and first. They're also one of the best lineups in baseball at home in Yankee Stadium. On the season, first, fourth, and third. Last 30 days, first, second, and second. Definitely some impressive numbers here for the Yankees offense. Here are the recent game logs against righty starters. They got to Pablo Lopez. They got to the Padlock. They got to Bailey Ober. Logan Webb did give him some problems. Went 7 innings, 4 earned runs. I know 4 earned runs isn't great, but 7 innings, just 8 base runners against the Yankees is solid. So other than Logan Webb, the Yankees have definitely been getting to righty starters. But now here comes the question, are they going to get to Gavin Stone in this one? Because as we know, there's no Juan Soto in the lineup, or at least I think there isn't. There wasn't last night, and we saw this Yankees lineup look completely different without him. They didn't even score a run until, what was that, the 11th? And Gavin Stone has been excellent. On the season, Gavin Stone's got a 2.90 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and a 3.93 expected FIP. And his last 3 starts, even better than that. Even 2, even 1, and a 2.58. He's also been elite on the road. In his last 2 road starts, he's got a 0.69 ERA and an 0.85 WHIP. He's also been absolutely dominant against righties. His numbers against right-handed bats on the season, an even 1 WHIP, 265 WOBA. He's been absolutely excellent against righties, and this Yankees lineup is loaded with right-handed bats. Now, this lineup right here has Juan Soto in the projected lineup. So I'll have to check. I don't know if Juan Soto is going to play. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but if Juan Soto doesn't play, that's another lefty gone for the Yankees. You can see there's going to be at least 6 right-handed bats in the lineup for the Yankees, and Gavin Stone's been dominant against righties. And unlike Nestor Cortes, Gavin Stone has pitched fine against great lineups. Against top 10 lineups versus righties, he's thrown 22 innings, 286 ERA, 118 WHIP. He's been fine pitching against great teams. If you take a look at his game logs here, I mean, 5 shutout innings against the Rockies, 7 shutout innings against the Mets. Arizona got him. Snakes got to him. Before that, went on the road, shut down the Giants, shut down the Marlins, shut down the Braves, shut down Toronto. I mean, Gavin Stone has been absolutely dealing. But when we get to his pitch mix, this is where you can start to find a little bit of value on the Yankees bats. I mean, they've crushed the changeup, the sinker, the 4-seam fastball, which those 3 pitches account for 75% of Gavin Stone's pitches. So if you're looking to back the Yankees bats, you definitely like what you're seeing here in this graphic. So as a whole in this matchup, we have 2 great starting pitchers, but 2 lineups that are probably going to get to them. So I think we could see some runs early here. I'm leaning towards the first 5 over, especially after what happened last night. I could see the complete opposite happening, receive runs early. So I'm leaning towards first 5 over. But then we get to the bullpens, and this is where this just gets crazy. So these 2 bullpens were kind of in bad shape before last night's game. Anyone on this graphic that I put an orange mark next to, that's who pitched tonight. So you got Daniel Hudson, who's now pitched back-to-back days. Trainin, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. He's pitched back-to-back days. Michael Grove has pitched back-to-back days. Banda Ramirez pitched. So Dodgers bullpen definitely not rested. But then let's flip it over to the Yankees, and they're even worse. Clay Holmes, back-to-back days. Ian Hamilton, back-to-back days. Caleb Ferguson should be available. He pitched tonight, but he was rested, so he should be good to go. Victor Gonzalez, back-to-back days. So both of these bullpens extremely taxed. So tell me, after the game we just saw, how you don't take a shot on the over here. I like the over, but I also think that I'm going to go back to the Dodgers. I said I was leaning Dodgers last night, didn't bet it. I like the Dodgers at this price. So I'm going Dodgers money line, and I might put a few extra dollars on the over as well. Let's do it. Like I said earlier, live show 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll do MLS first. MLB's at 11:30. UFC's around 12:30, 12:45. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. If you want my top bets or top bets from anyone on the staff here, head over to KyleKirms.com and sign up for Sauce Network Plus. There's also information there on how to join the betting league, which starts Monday. I'm pretty pumped for that. Actually, I'll put a clip in to explain what that is right here. All right, got a quick announcement to make. Pretty excited about this. I've been trying to work it out, the details for it for a while. Was really trying to get it ready for football season, but I think I have it ready to go now. So starting Monday, we're going to have a weekly betting league in the Discord. So Monday through Friday is the quote-unquote regular season. On Monday, you'll be assigned an opponent. And it's you versus that person, 3 bets a person. Whoever has more earnings gets a win. Whoever has less earnings gets a loss. Tuesday, you'll be assigned a new opponent. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so forth and so on. Now, at the end of the week, after Friday, the 4 people that have the best records, obviously tiebreakers would be overall earnings, would break ties, get to the playoffs, which is on the weekends. Saturday, there's 4 people that make the playoffs. 1 seed versus 4 seed, 2 versus 3. Sunday is the championship. Winner of that week gets $100. Everything resets. New league starts on Monday. So really excited about this. If you're in the Discord, it's free to enter. You don't have to, doesn't cost anything to enter. But yeah, just want to let everyone know I think I have it ready. So Monday we'll be up and rolling. I haven't thought of a name yet, but I'll think of something fun. So yeah, if you want to join that, if you want to get in on the Discord, if you want to see top bets, any of that, head over to KyleKirms.com and sign up for Sauce Network Plus. Let's have a good Saturday, man. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.